So what I propose to do is to head back to the Space Center, leave Jebediah up here, and work on, well, first let's rename that. That's the Heavy Crab Mark II. All right, let's start something new. All right, let's lift the whole crew this time. Use the Mark 1-2 command pod. And this sucker is a lot bigger. That parachute is actually appropriate to it. All right, we need a decoupler. Ooh. Okay, I suppose that's a little undersized. Ah, here's another one. All right. Wait a minute. I still think that this is a good idea. However, I don't see one that is sized for this stuff, so I guess we're going to have this really outsized thing. And, of course, go ahead and overdo it with RCS fuel. This thing is going to be big. It's probably going to be a bear to turn. All right, and a drum of fuel. Two drums of fuel. All right, this one doesn't drink the fuel quite as fast, so that'd be a better orbital maneuvering engine. And another decoupler. And let's go ahead with more fuel. More is better. We like more. We like fuel. And this one gets that big honking engine. And let's see. Solid rocket boosters. Big honking solid rocket boosters. As a matter of fact, a lot of big honking solid rocket boosters. A real lot of big honking solid rocket boosters. All right. Structural wing. Wing connector. And the structural wing. And let's put another one up here. I don't know how good this is going to work, but I know the wings and such are meant for space planes, but I'm just crazy that way. Control surface. If I can get it to face the right way. Have a closer look at that. Now it's clipping into the fuel tank. That doesn't look good. There. Now I can just move it over without it changing position. Right like that. All right. And of course, everybody's favorite struts. Oh, come on. You're going to be that way, aren't you? Oh, how's that for whacked? And just for symmetry's sake, do that. Okay. And this, of course, the Heavy Crap Mark III. Oh, I didn't even pay any attention to the staging. I have to come back and fix that real quick. All right. Boosters first. Then the liquid engine. And then that. Now we're good. Save it. Launch it. All right. Let's see what we got here. Scroll back so I can see the bloody thing. Any bets on whether those suckers overheat? Throttle up and go. Oh no. It can't get off the ground. guys, you better bail out. That is one tough capsule. Oh boy. End flight. Somebody has a mess to clean up. Alright. It didn't have enough juice to get off the pad with the boosters. Take this engine down here and have it go off at the same time as the others. Save it, launch it, clear the pad, yeah. No, I want to launch on top of all that debris. All right. Things settle down. Throttle up and go. Oh boy. Did our crew survive? I didn't see that part. No, they did not. Bill, Bob, and Gerard are toast. Okay. You would think with all these boosters it would actually lift, but maybe they themselves are too heavy. All right. Let's try that. And we have 3 new Germans who are very nervous because of what they just saw happen. Let's do it. That's it. The solids were too heavy. Solid boosters was just too much. I guess it was 24 solid boosters, and it was too much at one time. Okay. We appear to be fairly stable. This wing idea seems to be working. Sort of like giant fins. Let's see what happens if I turn the SAS off. Nothing. This is great. It's rock steady. Let's roll it around just a teensy bit to get it on 90 degrees. Okay. And let's begin to pitch over just a little. I forgot to put RCS jets on this thing. All right. Throttle the engine back a little bit. It's overheating some. Then again, if it blows, I can stage the thing and get away from it. Pitch over some more. There we go. Okay, hold that. Roll us back onto the right heading. Okay, let's have a look at this. It's got a ways to go yet. last fuel tank. Just about done. The wings are helpful, but they're heavy. However, this part is easier to control. Would have been nice if I had RCS thrusters to justify all the weight of all that RCS fuel. I have to make it a point to do that next time. These guys are all three totally terrified. How's our orbit shaping up? Very slowly. But it is increasing. I have a stinky feeling that this sucker is not going to have enough push. This engine is too small, given what it's trying to lift. Oh, our vertical speed just went negative. We are falling. Point the engine downward. Is that helping us at all? We're thrusting, giving it all. There it is. Giving her all she's got, Captain. She can't stand the strain. She'll blow for sure. By the way, those are two lines that are commonly attributed to Star Trek, but they were never used. Okay, this thing is... it's trying, but it just hasn't got enough thrust. If anything needed boosters, this sucker does. No, it needs a bigger engine. Okay. Well, if nothing else, we can roll over this way, point our thrust in the direction we're falling, and slow the descent. Of course, we're going to need that parachute soon anyway, so... hope you guys can swim. Okay. Cut the engine, stage, and pop the chute. And we can hope that this comes down. Oh yeah, that looks like that thing's going to fly a little farther over, so it's not going to crash on top of us. Okay. Relax, guys. You're headed for a splashdown. A nice, easy landing. So what if you're approaching the ground at 200 meters per second? And your chute hasn't opened up all the way yet? What do you have to worry about? I'm sure you've got clones. Okay. Our chute can open any time now. There we go. You see? Nothing to worry about. I ought to make you go EVA and swim home. Well, there's the other stage. Didn't come down on top of us, but it came down bloody close. Alright. Cannot time compress in the atmosphere. How about that? Well, I suppose that makes sense. For one thing, it would solve the problem of things not being able to keep up with what's happening. All right. Okay, this thing needs a redesign. At the very least, needs a much larger engine on the second stage. And that means it probably also needs another tank of fuel up there too. Alright. Safe landing. We'll end the flight and go back to the VAB.